What's up YouTube, my name's Tomas the Vegan and today I'm going to share with you my minimalist technology. So I've been debating on making this video, but I decided, what the heck, let me just make this and see where it goes and see what happens. I'm sorry if the audio is bad or if there's wind or you hear cars driving by. It's really busy out today. It's actually nice for once. It's been really cloudy these past couple of days, and on the colder side, I don't know where you guys are at, but I'm here in New Jersey, and it's just, there's a fly. It's just been like 55 degrees. Like, what is this? We're in June, you know? Where's the summer weather? At this point, I don't think anybody's gonna go to the beach because it takes a while for that water to warm up. But anyhow, let me show you my phone. So I have the iPhone 5S. You know, I'm sure if you're an iPhone user, at one point you had this model here. And yeah, I'm gonna use it to record my YouTube videos, and you know, that's how small this is. If you have the Plus or even the 6, I mean, once they started making the 6, that's when the phone started getting bigger. But I honestly prefer, I don't know, I just prefer, you know, I'm not a big person, my hands aren't huge, I like being able to, you know, scroll, you know, with one hand. I just like, if you guys can see that, I just like being able to use it with one hand. I don't know, I don't like the whole using two hands or having to spread your fingers so far. I mean, I have big hands for my body, but they're not big hands in general. They're just bigger than normal for my body, you know what I mean? So I prefer this, and so far it's working for me. Yeah. My main worry is I know that Apple likes to push these updates, and from a business standpoint I can understand, because eventually this model isn't going to take the next, you know, the latest iOS. It's not going to update. Something just fell on me. But yeah, it's not going to update, and it's going to become unresponsive eventually, which I understand, but it seems to me that as of late Apple is just pushing more and more updates. I mean, I don't know about Android. I've had an Android phone before, but I feel like their updates, you didn't really see it because it was automatic. Correct me if I'm wrong, put it in the comment section, but I think Android, the updates are automatic. That all, you know, you don't have to manually do anything, it just does it automatically. But anyhow, I understand what Apple is doing. Want to keep pushing these new versions of iOS out so that eventually your phone doesn't work and then you have to buy a new one. The problem with this is how much of your phone is actually being recycled. The battery, the back, the lens, is any of this being recycled? Well, that's what we have to look into, because we can't just keep buying and buying more phones, and we already have an issue with the plastic. So now it's going to be like, you have Plastic Island out in the Pacific, is it going to be Cell Phone Island next? We can't just keep buying and buying more phones, and that's why I'm like, let me stick with this for now. It's working for me, it gets the job done. I make my phone calls, I message, I FaceTime. I can record YouTube videos if I want, I can edit YouTube videos if I want, I can buy my music, I can watch YouTube, I can upload on Instagram, I can do all those things that that mainly everybody does. It's not like I need to run out and get the iPhone 8 or the iPhone X. It's not like I need the Plus, I don't need a massive screen. So that's why I'm just gonna stick with this. And I think that this is something you guys should consider, is just staying with an older phone. I mean, my cell phone bill is only $35 a month. $35 a month. The average person pays $60, and that's on the low side. $60, that's not a lot for a cell phone. You know, some people, their bill is like $150. That's insane. That's crazy. I would never pay $150 for a cell phone, I'll tell you that much, but don't fall into the crowd. I remember a while back there was a meme, and it was a girl, I can't remember what it was, but it was a girl she was taking a mirror selfie, and she had her phone in her hand, and the phone was the iPhone 5S. And it got a ton of, I think it was on Twitter, it got a ton of comments, retweets. People are saying, it's 2018, what are you doing with this phone? You're broke, and all of this other stuff. And I was like, are we placing value on people because of the phone they have? Is that right? Should we should we define somebody by the phone we have? I think that's wrong. Why does it matter what phone that why does that matter? This isn't your lifeline, this isn't your soul, why, you know what I mean? Like, anybody else thinks that's crazy? If I find the link, I'll put it in the description, because it was like, whoa, and I was just sitting there reading, and I was like, well, I have an iPhone 5S. Do I care what other people think? To think less of me because of my phone? No, I don't. Our society is wrong, and we really got to work on that. I don't believe that we have to continually purchase a new iPhone or Galaxy or whatever phone. I don't think we should purchase a new one every year. I think that the previous model or the model years before is good enough, as long as it gets the job done. I mean, realistically, what are you using your phone for? That's just something that you really should ask yourself. If you're just using it to use social media, take pictures, go on Facebook, Instagram, if you're just using it day in and day out for typical tasks, and you're not really doing anything with it, like you're not running a business from it, or you're not in need of the greatest camera. Yeah, we really got to stop placing value on people based on the technology that they can afford. I think that's wrong, and I think that we have to look past materialistic items before we start placing judgments on people. So anyhow, now that that's done, I'm recording this, believe it or not, I'm recording this with my iPod Touch 5th generation, and I got this about, oh gosh, I think 6 years ago. It's been a long time. I've had this iPod Touch for a number of years, I'll tell you that much, and I'm still using it. It's still working fine for me. When my phone's charging, I can just use this to go on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Messenger, and it's awesome. I like it. It's small, I can carry it everywhere. I mean, that's why I was like, should I get a camera to record? I think starting off, I'll just use these, my iPod Touch and my iPhone, because I really don't want to spend a ton of money on a new camera if I'm not gonna, I don't know if I'm going to be serious about this YouTube thing or not. And I know there are like YouTubers that are so into like the latest technology, and they get the most amazing camera, and you know, it's $1,000 camera, it just came out, and the amazing drone, and what do they call it, the Mavic Pro, and I'm just, and everybody's like, this is such a sick shot and a sick edit, but at the same time it feels like that connection between the viewers and the poster, the person who's posting on YouTube, I feel like the connection isn't really there. It's almost like you go on YouTube and you see these people recording with the Canon G7X or the latest new camera, 4K resolution, and it's like, the footage is great. I'm not gonna sit here and it looks bad. It's great. It looks, the style and everything just looks so much more fluid, but at the same time there seems to be the connection between the viewers and the poster seems to be lacking. It almost seems like, look how cool I am with this, and then look how cool, look at all the cool stuff I can do, and then that's it. And then they post a video and that's it. You don't really hear about this person. They don't really comment back or connect with their audience or make an attempt to connect with their audience. And so that's something that I was like, I was kind of turned off, and I stopped watching some YouTubers because I noticed that they were quick to use the YouTube money to buy the next new thing, but as the views came and the AdSense was coming in and the sponsors, they sort of became disconnected from their viewers. And so I'm trying to stay away from that. I feel like by keeping it small and simple, I can focus on what really matters, which is connecting with you guys, because that's what I really want to do with YouTube, is make friends, connect with people, meet people from all over the world. I think that is so amazing. I think it's incredible that we live in a time period. I mean, really think about this. We can instantly message somebody all the way out in Cambodia or Africa or Australia. Like, we can get in touch, we can be connected with each other. With FaceTime or with Skype or with Google Hangouts, we can just immediately be face to face. I mean, I think that's so incredible, and it doesn't matter phone you're using or laptop. I think that the message should remain there, that you're able to connect with somebody who you otherwise wouldn't have been able to, because years ago you had to write out letters, or you had to visit somebody by on the ship, and it was dangerous. That we have it made, I'll tell you. We have it made, and people take it for granted. When people are buying these new gadgets and the latest camera and the latest laptop, they're looking past what's important and what really matters. And what really matters is that we are all instantly connected with one another. No matter how far away we go, we can easily get in contact with each other. So with that being said, my last Minimalist Technology that I own, so I have the iPhone 5S, 5th generation. That's a huge bee that just flew over there. He flew over the roof. Okay, so I have the iPhone 5S, I have the iPod Touch 5th generation, and I have the Apple MacBook that was released in, I think it was early 2009. I'll record this later because I don't want to bring it outside, but it's big and it's white. And you turn it on, the Apple lights up. I'm sure some of you know which one I'm talking about. I'll show it later, but that's my laptop. And it's so funny because the first laptop that I owned was actually a Chromebook, and I loved it because it was so small. Like, if you ever owned a Chromebook, it's literally like tiny, and you just turn it on and it boots up in 5 seconds or less. It's amazing. But I was sort of like, I wanted to, get a real laptop, because I felt like if I wanted to write my anime stuff or be a nerd and write fan fiction, I could do that, but at the same time, it just, I wanted, something different. And so I went shopping around, and I was like, do I really want to spend $700 or $800? I mean, my credit score is good, and my credit cards are paid off, I have the money. Do I really want to spend that much? And I was like, no, I don't. So then I came on this website called Mac of All Trades, I'm sure some of you have heard of them. I'm not sponsored by them, but just check them out, because that's where I got my laptop, and I only paid. Good morning, guys. It's another day. And yeah, I kept talking, and I don't know what happened. I guess I may have run out of space, or it couldn't record anymore because the battery was dying. But I had to stop recording, and yeah. Oh gosh. There was a huge bee there. But I had to stop recording because I had work and I didn't have time. I had all these things to do, and then yesterday again I was super busy, so I didn't really have enough time to pick up my iPod Touch or my iPhone and record and finish the video. So, but like I was saying, I ordered my laptop off Mac of all trades, and here's the laptop. As you can see, this is huge. I mean, this is like, and it's even like the outer casing is sort of coming apart. And it's all scratched up, but hey, it gets the job done, and that's all that matters to me. I don't plan on getting a new laptop until it stops working. So yeah, that's my minimalist technology. I don't think that we should buy a new laptop or a new iPhone or cell phone, whichever cell phone you buy. I don't think we should buy that every year. Yeah, you really, when you think about it, you save money, but not only that, it's a practice that you can take with you wherever you go in your whole life, because you're keeping the old, you see use in it, and you're just not throwing it away. The saying holds true. One person's garbage is another man's treasure, or something like that. I think that's the saying, and it holds true. It really does. This laptop that I have here is pre-owned. Now the iPod I have is new, that's new, and the iPhone that I have is new, but the laptop, that's pre-owned. So yeah, another person's garbage is another person's treasure. So I hope this inspires you, or, to just hold on to that phone or that laptop instead of rushing off to go buy something that realistically you don't. There's a bee that lives here, and it's huge, and it's like, I don't know, I think the hive is somewhere here, but yeah, don't fall into the crowd, don't fall into that mindset that you need to buy something new every single time. And it's not just technology, it can be your clothing. Like your clothing, so many people buy new clothes every day or every weekend, and I'm just, whoa, calm down. You don't need all of that stuff. You really do not need all of that stuff. We really have to slow down, because when we're so focused on purchasing these materialistic items on a consistent basis, most of the time, more times often than not, it's because we're trying to fill a void that we have within ourselves, and it's just putting a band-aid on an open wound that needs to be stitched up. It's not going to heal. We have to look within ourselves and ask ourselves, okay, what is this void within us that is making us feel that we have to continually purchase items in excessive amounts, when from an outsider perspective, or from even a realistic perspective, we don't need all of this. And so I really do believe that it's just that lost connection with our Creator, that connection that we lost with God. I feel that we're trying to fill that void with things, with materialistic items. And plus, on top of that, our society is a consumerist, capitalistic, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we see it in our face all the time, these celebrities wearing the latest fashion, the latest cell phone, new haircut every week. It's just, it's too much. It's too much. And we have to go back to that natural state where we're not looking so much at what's physically in front of us, we're looking more at the mental, the soul of an individual, not, this. We're not basing our judgments off of what a person has, but what's in the heart. And I think this is something that we can all slowly learn together. It doesn't have to be by myself. I'm sure there are some of you who feel the same. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. It is my first YouTube video, so I'm sorry if I come off as a little cringy. I'm not. I'm just a little. I'm getting more used to it, though. I will admit, the second time doing this, I am a little bit more comfortable, and hopefully, as I make more videos, I'm more open and not as cringy. But yeah, if you like this, share, subscribe, like the video, dislike the video if you didn't like it, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.